Hi, my name is Brian Armentrout, CEO of the Food Leadership Group. Earlier this week, I was doing a food safety and quality assessment for a food manufacturer. During the closeout meeting where I was going over my findings, I was fortunate in that the CEO and the owner of the company were at the facility and attended the closeout meeting. This normally doesn't happen. So it was really a great opportunity to explain to them some of the things that I had found. Now, there was nothing that couldn't be fixed, but they needed to know about this. And that made me realize that this is the perfect opportunity to create a short video explaining it to a wider audience. Now, as the CEO of a food company, odds are you have an army of people around you who deal with the day-to-day minutiae of the different things within their departments. So operations and customer service and logistics, legal, QA, all these groups. And they report up to you and you guide the ship. Well, under food safety, the rules of the game have changed relative to how these things need to be managed. FDA is using their new power under the Food Safety Modernization Act and in specifically what's known as the Park Doctrine, a legal standing from the 1970s, to go after senior leadership in food companies legally, in some cases criminally, for things that they're not too happy about. This is a major shift. And in the past, CEOs of companies could say, I have a team of people who deal with those activities, I was unaware of that. That's unacceptable. And you can be held personally liable for those type of actions now, especially if people become sick or worse. Normally what happens when FDA comes into a food plant and they find something they don't like, they'll issue one of these. This is known as a 483. And the normal mechanism is company will get it, you respond to the district office, they will evaluate your responses and decide whether or not they like that. Worst case scenario, they're unhappy with the responses or they find additional information or activities in the marketplace that make them concerned. The next step is what's known as a warning letter, and you do not want to get one of these. And one of the things that you'll notice on warning letters is it is addressed directly to you, the senior most person in the company. One of the ways the FDA gets this information is when they're doing their audits, they ask for an organizational chart for the company. And they're now using this information from these organizational charts to prosecute in certain circumstances. We've all heard of what's been going on with Chipotle and Blue Bell ice cream. The Department of Justice is criminally investigating senior leadership going back years within those companies to determine if negligence occurred. You, as the senior leadership within the company, need to be aware of this. Now, here on my website is a short video, it's about 15 minutes, of an interview I did with Sean Stevens. And Sean is a leading expert in food safety law, and we discussed the Park Doctrine in detail. As a CEO, you need to understand this and put the appropriate programs in place and make sure that your teams are doing this to help protect the company and to protect you and senior leadership. That's what I do within this company is I help people get ready for this and prepare. So please, if you need additional information, watch the video and afterwards reach out and let's see how I can help you. Thanks a lot.